spike of exile activity. Is this doctor safe on her own?
It's true the Ionians are a peaceful bunch, but fieldwork requires metal. I'm sure Gauntlet did much more than look sharp. Speaking of, I'm at her research outpost. She's not here. Which wouldn't normally be worrisome, but the place is completely ransacked. No sign of her assistant either. He's usually... Oh. Damn it.
Lodi.
Take care of those exiles. Let me call you back. Guardian, this is Miss Ray. I'm not really sure how to describe what I'm looking at. A person. I think it's a mess. There's... Someone was killed. I'm not sure who. There isn't enough left to tell. I need to look around.
Do you need backup?
No. Patrol the area. Cold-blooded murder isn't usually the House of Exile's MO, but I have a hard time believing the Vex would be this brutal.
Lodi, we've got another group of exiles. Though nothing seems out of the ordinary apart from, well, the normal exile anti-map.
I've got some semblance of a trail leading out of here. Take care of those guys. I'll touch base when I've got a lead. Guardian, I've located Dr. Carnahan. She's safe, but she's shaken. Understandably.
If she's safe, then what you saw at the outpost...
Yeah. Her assistant, Reese. Budding linguist. He didn't deserve this.
Dr. Carnahan asked us to find a piece of technology that the House of Exiles stole when her assistant was murdered.
Guardian, there's something here you need to get, closer to the singularity. I'm sending you some coordinates. Do these make any sense to you?
I take it these are from the Nine.
I have to assume so, unless the guys at Langley programmed me a trigger phrase before I left. Guardian. We're looking for a member of the House of Exile. My, hunch led me to some Elixni tracks. My guess is the technology that was taken is on its way to the Archon as we speak. That's our thief. We'll need to move fast.
Can you give us any more information on what we're looking for?
Carnahan called the technology Mattermorph. Does exactly what it says in the package. It can take any matter and break down its molecules in an alarmingly short amount of time.
We've seen how easily Mattermorph can kill. It's too unstable for someone like the Archon to wield. Exercise caution. She's carrying delicate cargo. I'm not sure how resilient this technology will be to a stray Nova bomb.
If this tech works as well as it sounds like it does, that'll be a big problem in the wrong hands.
Ionian artifacts. Lodi said the lab had been ransacked. They must have taken more than just Mattermorph. But why drop the stolen goods?
Hospitality, Deathless. Those who trust the giver receive gifts.
Archon. Ikora, our thief's being controlled.
And he's claiming hospitality? After trying to make all of our problems worse? Archon Lavask. Return the stolen technology, and no one else needs to get hurt.
Exiles, you hear the Deathless make false promises. Nothing appeases their greed as they vie for the giver's blessing. Extinction fated Deathless. You have the sympathies of the House of Exile.
dropped artifacts aren't gifts. The Archon's trying to lighten the load to make a quicker escape.
He seems as fortunate as he is reckless. Lifting Mattermorph was just a deadly coincidence.
Robbed a house, found a nuke. All it takes is one wrong judgment call and the Exiles could level Kepler.
You know as well as we do that Kepler isn't stable. How can we help your people?
There is no need. The Vask is prophecy blessed. Lo, my exiles! I see without eyes. The Giver's Feast. The Rim of Soul. Bent. Exiles triumph. The deathless dead. And dead. And dead again.
You think 3 is going to send you home? The grand design you speak of means Kepler falls into the singularity, and the rest of Soul with it.
Feed the Giver. Let the wormhole swallow all, and tear through the eternal unknown. Felsik's will is at her Archon's command.
You drop all that junk at your command too?
Every failure is proof of the greater victory. The grand design is grand indeed.
This guy's not playing with a full deck. There is no plan.
Elixni and humans live in peace. They have homes, plentiful food sources, fellowship.
Earth Elixni practice sacrilege of the highest order. They have no place of grand design.
Ikora, Lodi, we've got Mattermorph. Interesting. It's reacting to that pylon. Guardian, let's investigate.
Your house is dead by your misjudgment. Open up the way to the Singularity. No one else has to die.
What is sapient life, if not bodies? Fel-6 was necessary. Defeat is victory in the eyes beyond time.
He shut off his channel. A leader so obsessed with the hold he has on the world, he's willing to sacrifice his entire house for a paltry slice of power.
There's no grand design. Nobody's driving the car. This guy's just riding shotgun trying to convince us he's behind the wheel.
Manetavina. Tokia Pasulia, Yesakolia, Yasapadia Fu. Yes.
You can probably feel it too. The pull of gravity stolen, directed.
I spoke with Dean Rebecca about Kepler's degradation status. With the Strangelets, we've been able to keep the Altar of Relativity stable, but it's not going to be enough to get us through it to 3.
We'll need to get them a stronger source of power. What options do we have on a planetoid as remote as Kepler?
It sounds like these folks have been relying on some shaky generators since the House of Exile took over their power plant in the Outer Steppes.
Then getting them a stable power source is our next step. Guardian, you take point. Head to that plant to see what can be done to remove the Exile threat and get it up and running again.
A strangelet sulks in the corners of the steps.
Glad to have you along, Orin. And good to know. We'll help the Ionians and get a few steps closer to reaching the Nine. Our purpose here is twofold. Lodi informed me the Ionians' power situation is dire. They've been relying on outdated generators since the House of Exile locked down the path to the Singularity. With our efforts to stabilize the altar, those energy stores are growing more inefficient by the minute. We need to fix the reactor and alleviate the strain on their generators as soon as possible.
Swallow your tremor. We are being observed by the Nine. I will try to find them.
Stay safe, Orin. And stay focused, Guardian. There's a Strangelet here that was taken by the Exiles. Securing it will get the Guardian through to 3.
Ikora, we've reached the main reactor room.
Excellent. You'll need to tap into the reactor's kernel interface. With any luck, this will be a simple reboot sequence.
Proceed with caution. The temperature is a limbo.
I'm still getting unstable power readings. It's not enough to totally reboot the system, but we've opened a door leading to another power source. Follow that cable, Guardian.
It's them. Damn it, it's still them. It's always them. It's the Nine. We were supposed to turn on the lights. Guardian, these words are not my own.
Progress. Trending and fleeting. Met with primeval victory. Set in motion to vivify. Did you play the game? Keep eyes on the field. Bank every mote. Instructions given and heeded. The Drifters' Hall arriving. We hope you prepared help. Did you pay attention, Guardian?
We've got exiles incoming.
Orin, are you alright? I can see why you left.
I wanted my freedom back. As emissary, I knew I was signing it away, but what I got in return wasn't worth it in the end. Just when I saw through to the past, learned my own names, they scraped me out hollow. I learned the hard way. Liberty was more valuable than power. They can keep the kid with the nicer bosuns. My freedom was worth the price. You hear that? Don't even try!
activating another power source.
It's not enough to bring the reactor fully online. There has to be another around here somewhere. Orin, as far as I'm concerned, the Nine ignored every single one of our existential threats in recent memory. Gaul, the Hive Pantheon, the Witness, none of them warranted extra-dimensional intervention?
Oh, they intervened. You'll just never know. Everything you listed happened because the Nine allowed it.
I'll just never know. If you make bold claims without proof, you'll start speaking like the Archon.
I can see their temporal fingerprints on the Guardian. On Lodi. On Drifter. On me. And on you, Ikora. The feeling you get around the trains? This isn't a coincidence. It's a show of force.
I've been around long enough to know when I've been manipulated.
Eyes up, Guardian. Here's the source of all the trouble.
They've wronged you, Orin. That much is clear. But their interference in the larger affairs of Sol seems minimal.
How about on your cohort? The Hall? That hideous thing dragging behind the Drifter's ship? The Nine gave it to him years ago. Didn't say what for. He tell you it's reacting to Kepler.
Yes. He was almost uncharacteristically forthcoming with that information. He's got the situation under control.
You don't understand.
I'm trying to. Power source is offline. We'll need to reactivate it before the exiles cause more trouble.
That's working now. Enemies incoming.
clear. I don't doubt the Nine exist. Nor am I trying to minimize your struggle for freedom, Warren. You said we came to Kepler at the Nine's behest. But so far, all I've seen is a planet on the brink of annihilation unless we do something to stop this black hole. Where is the intervention?
It already happened. The Nine collected their tax. On the Drifter's Hall, on Lodi's gift, on the Guardian's calibration. On you, Ikora. We just haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. Transform and static, the final power source.
last power source available on the grid. I'm hoping it'll be enough to cycle the power and get the reactor up and running again. Orin's perspective is eerie. The Nine are either completely detached or so involved they overtake your life. I think I'm feeling that dread Ikora was talking about. Let's get out of here. Fast. What about the Guardian, Orin? They've changed the fate of the universe. They chose to be here.
Each choice, right, trial, wasn't absent an organizer. Do you know you comply with instructions you don't know exist? From the moment you arrived on Kepler, you've marked coincidence after coincidence. Happenstance, serendipity, a brush of spiderweb against your cheek may as well be chiseled slabs to the Nine.
Watch out. A large contingent of Elixni Shanks is approaching. They seem drawn to the central reactor now that it's producing an energy signal.
Rot! Damn it! Colossal Shank! likelihood of the outer orbits being knocked out of position has decreased. They appreciate that. Am I finally allowed to remember something?
They're speaking to you?
They are reminding me. No, I am reminding me. The message.
You've talked about this message before. Is it for us?
It is. It's in the slab I chiseled myself as the Nine fought to tear me apart. But the relief is weathered, blurred and buffed away by their sands.
Focus. If there's something you need us to know, I trust you can find it again.
Chisel in hand, I will remember. But not yet. Not until the time is right.
Guardian, get that Strangelet capsule back to the Ionians. Now that the power's back on, we're that much closer to reaching the singularity. Lodi, Drifter. We have another Strangelet. The Guardian's dropping it off at the altar. Drifter, any updates on the hull?
It's starting to drift toward... almost like a gravitational pull. I'm burning thrusters just to keep it in place. I don't know what'll happen when I let this bird loose, but I'm seeing this through, even if my instincts are telling me to scram.
I'd be worried if your instincts were telling you to run from the black hole. Glad to have you here with us, Mr. Drifter.
We have one more Strangelet to find before our work here is done.
It's almost time to meet 3.
They want to talk to you. To help you understand, both of you. Oh no, don't touch it. Sorry. I don't know what happens if you touch it.
You hold it. Guardian, get close.
Two speaks on behalf of 3, that you might grasp your necessary presence at this point in space, in time. Commander, your first step, scheduled at our hand. An intervention necessary to ensure attendance.
The Nine killed me to get me here?
From simple perspectives, the technicality. Lightbearer, thank you for your attendance with minimal interference. To you we say, vengeance required. The culprit lies within. The drifter must prepare his gift. Emissary, reveal your truth. Wake the dead. They will speak. You will listen.
Why would we listen? The Nine manipulated our lives. How far back?
Tu showed me how you died. But I already knew the rest. You deserve to know the truth. I'm sorry, Miss Ray.
I'm stuck right here today, dreaming of the past. Now when I call you up, it's like your phone don't ring, baby. And when I see you in a crowd and call your name out loud, it's like you don't hear a thing. Like a king who lost his crown. If you need me, I'll be around, dreaming of the past. But right now, darling, when it feels like my world is falling, I hope and I pray that soon there'll come a as I hang my head in shame, dreaming of the past.
What was your name?
Lewis. Agent Lewis Sierra.
Thank you, Lewis.
long did you know?
From the second I saw you.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you're not her! I figured the Nine put you here to torture me. The one face I recognized. And she had no idea who I was.
Guardian, you have one new call.
Guardians forget their past life for a reason. Who we were is immaterial to our potential as paracausal beings. I am Ikora Rey, Warlock Vanguard. I am an accomplished scholar, pioneer Thanatonaut. I've won hundreds of Crucible matches, and I have thwarted humanity's most dire threats time and time again. The woman I saw, the woman Lodi knew, she wasn't me. I don't even know her name. Yet, I mourn her. She had a life, a vocation, a family she loved. The Nine took that from her. And for what? So they could throw the very same train that killed her at me centuries later? Sprinkle a clever little trail across Seoul for us to follow? For what? I have no desire to see more of that woman's life. But I need answers. She deserves them. Another lost enclave of humanity. It's incredible. After Neptune, I thought for sure there could be no more. I'm rarely so glad to be wrong. We must establish ties with them. Do whatever you can, Guardian. But there is the problem of communication. Relying on Lodi troubles me, as helpful as he is. It would be better to be able to speak to them directly. Even one layer of translation can lose meaning. Nuance. No need to mistrust him on my account.
How do you... There! Oh, Guardian! The Ionians were a huge help when I first arrived. I was disoriented. They helped me keep my feet on the ground.
We must learn more. Investigate. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you to be polite.
The Ionians are a society of scientists. I guess that's what happens when researchers end up on the outskirts of everything and stay there forever. Anyone you chat with will probably send you to the Dean. She nearly had a heart attack when I arrived. Called me anomaly blessed. They call you that too. Their language is tonal, but really distinct. It's like someone put Basque and a theremin in a blender and let it run over a few centuries. Man, humans are amazing. Guardian, you've met Dean Rebecca. She's my rescuer, your host. She wants our help studying the Vex, and I've only been able to get so far.
I'm not surprised. They're hostile on a good day.
They didn't seem to mind me getting close.
It's odd they didn't shoot you on sight.
Huh. The Dean would appreciate help bringing deactivated Vex samples to Professor Fiola.
Is that Lodi's journal? He wouldn't just leave it like this. Lodi, come in. We found your journal. Are you there? He's not answering. Something feels wrong. Let's track him down. Guardian, you've got an incoming call.
I have a favor to ask you, Guardian. It's about Lodi. Right now, we have to rely on him to translate, to guide, but it's too convenient. We find a perfectly suitable ally who just happened to arrive here a little before we did. The Ionians have been isolated. I wouldn't expect them to know about Guardians or the Traveler, for instance. But Lodi seems taken aback to see Exo and Awoken in shared files. Even the Neo-Muni, sheltered though they were, had those baselines. Where did he come from? Something about him is stranger even than present circumstances suggest. Earn his trust, Guardian. Perhaps he'll be more forthcoming with you. language will have to come with time. But the things they know, if I could just understand now. One step at a time. I've been able to initiate dialogues here and there with the Ionians. Not much, but better than nothing. They are patient. I suppose they would have to be. One of them repeated the same thing for me 20 times at least. I couldn't quite understand. Something about the holy anomaly. And Lodi, maybe? I'll have to try again. Kepler is two things at once. Suspiciously serendipitous and deliberately challenging. It's like we were invited to a dinner and sat at our assigned seats without looking at the place cards. Someone wanted us all to meet. So where's the host?
That's from a Golden Age game called chess. I found a few pieces myself on Earth. It's a sure sign the Nine got their eyes on you. I used to think they were telling us to be strategic, think it through, play the long game. But now, I think it's a reminder that we're just placeholders, stored in a little box they call time, until they're all burned out. Like Orin. Maybe that's just my guilty conscience talking. Go out there and prove me wrong, hero. I'm begging you.
Sounds like there are more pieces to collect in the Accord.
I'd sure like to know what they all mean. Wouldn't you? Do it to it, hero. Orin, that you?
Yes. There and here. I was expecting Ikora's tone.
Right, I'm patching her in. Look, we left off on the wrong foot. And I know right before you run off with the Guardian to stomp Vex into dust ain't the best time. But I'm sick of counting seconds not taken for words that should have been said. Someday soon I'd like to clear the air. Just watch your back out there. House's Archon's still at large. There's trouble brewing, and I think you're in the middle of it.
Where we need to be. I think the Vex seek the Nine through a trace of their influence. Their operation is coiled wires, but with the Guardian, we can cut through. When they pushed out the house, they claimed a capsule of quantum threads. If we want to know why we were brought here, we need it.
Last time I found one of these pieces, I was having a hard time. Fixing to bug out of this orbit for good. And they're what stopped me. Convinced me there was something left for me here after all. Figured they were secret clues to my place in the Nine's grand plan.
Guardian, someone's on the line.
Hello, Guardian.
This is Lodi. Sorry to bother you. But I need to know if I'm losing it. Are you experiencing hallucinations? I was transcribing notes and saw myself from 5 minutes prior. It did just what I had done on a loop, then vanished. Does that concern you? Guardian, I can't provide more context, but I also can't maintain protocol if I'm compromised. There's uranium jazz in my spine. It feels like someone's hand is using my arm as a sleeve. Wait, I hear a voice. Guardian, there's someone in my head. Test. Test. Exceptional candidate. Superior harmonic synapses, optimum dimensionality. A favorable replacement. Well, Guardian, does that concern you?
The signal's stronger here. I'm picking up a call and patching it through to your navigation display.
That voice in my head did something. Guardian, when you see me, tell me if something's wrong with my eye. Don't lie, okay?
House of Egg time. You'll need to clear them out to interface with the slime. Okay, Guardian. You're the one who can wield Kepler's energies. Give it a shot.
Whoa, wait, I'm feeling everything's spinning. Mr. Ghost,
Three's talent for weaving tapestries ever remarkable. This emissary has already made contact. Are you listening, weapon?
Who is this? You're speaking with the Guardian.
Primitive thing. I speak with the preemptive weapon.
Ah! Guardian! Something's in my head. Like we saw with the House of Exile. It must be the Archon.
We'll see if we can track down the source. Does everything still look like it's playing in reverse?
Oh! Oh! Oh, feels like you're plugging a nerve. Oh, getting flashes, images. Is someone trying to brainwash me?
We're on our way to another one of those psychic slimes, Lodi. Hang in there. Are you sure this isn't going to make it worse?
Worse? It can't get worse. Do it, Mr. Ghost. I'm ready.
There's another mold. The Archon is definitely using these to reach through his followers somehow. We've seen something similar, but
I'm seeing everything. Like I'm looking down in a valley. There's a strange ship. It's headed towards an eye. But I see earlier there's a robot leaning backwards. Stars. Oh, I'm showing you some stars. I see us at a stand in a city. You bought noodles for me to try. That's good. What are these? Further ahead, I feel someone else's bloodlust. I want my freedom. I can kill for it, but I don't know if this is me. And at the end of the valley, I see you, Guardian, standing by Lake Michigan. It's the future. That was definitely not the Archon. So, something possessed me, rewired how I see time, and it wasn't the other telepathic alien we've met so far. All of my dreams are coming true.
that's one way to look at it. You're awfully calm for having someone in your head. If it wasn't the Archon, it was at least connected somehow.
It must have been that thing I saw when I arrived. I'm not human anymore, am I? What did it do to me? It's like I turned neon.
Guardian, I have an incoming transmission. Patching it through.
I have the Ionian being here. She sends her greetings. I'll relay your messages to her and translate what I can of her response. Whatever is in there is dangerous, but precious to them. It's been out of reach.
I've been standing under the stars thinking about orbits. How sometimes the pull of gravity between bodies is symbiotic, and other times disastrous. You can destroy an entire solar system by placing one aberrant mass into the balance, skewing the gravity of a closed system. I'm beginning to worry Lodi might be such an aberration. I didn't have a solid theory until we realized the Vex were involved here. Maya's collective seems to be looking for the same things Lodi is. If their motives are aligned, other things could be too. I want you on this. Find out what the Vex are researching, and take note of how Lodi reacts. If their orbits intersect, make sure we know how.
This stays between us. You know I've carried my suspicions around our arrival here, around Lodi.
I don't know, Ikora. I can see how his tendency to be vague is suspicious, but he seems to genuinely want to help.
Recently, Ophiuchus uncovered that he's been sending encoded transmissions using Vex arrays, but we don't know to whom.
Oh.
He's exchanging information and pretending to be a lone agent. At the very least, he's sending out information and lying about it. I've found the locations of the arrays. I'm forwarding them to you. Scrape their data and send it back.
Understood. Guardian, someone's on the line.
Lodi here. Hope it's not a bad time, Guardian.
Miss Ray isn't answering my calls. I don't know how I managed it, but I may have offended her. She asked me plenty of questions about the Vex right before, too. I guess she didn't like my answers. There's something new about the Vex I thought you and she should know. The Vex have been taking passive readings off the Singularity as long as I've been watching them. Now they're pinging it hard. Trying for a reaction. I keep getting this awful buzz interfering with my comm line, that's all I know. And please, when you get the chance, give Miss Ray my warmest regards. I hate to lose her esteem.
Last year's trip was good, but this
is even better.
How?
Guardian, I have an incoming transmission. Patching it through.
I have the Ionian Dean here. She sends her greetings. I'll relay your messages to her and translate what I can of her response. Whatever is in there is dangerous, but precious to them. It's been out of reach.
It looks Ionian. Centuries old. And it looks Ionian. And by the scorches, it also looks dangerous.
The Dean speaking. Hold on. That object is a time-sped transfer, or mixer. Wait, I understand now. It's an engine of some kind. She says you've entered into a sealed containment chamber. Or a hazard zone.
What happened to them? Did something go wrong?
They tested the engine. Oh, that's terrible. I understand the precaution. Apparently they were unable to contain the energy output and then a team was lost. It was sealed here. Her people wouldn't approach it again. It's good that the House of Exile hasn't uncovered it. Nadine agrees. She says they've been seeking a power source to rival the Holy Anomaly.
We'll keep it out of their hands. Excuse me, Dean? If this energy engine is so dangerous, why make it? Just something I've been wondering while we were carrying it.
She says at first they thought it would be a catalyst that would make them able to connect with the Holy Anomaly. To make them all timeless? She makes it sound like an engineered biological time loop. Functional immortality.
Incredible. That would definitely make it easier to settle here and conduct research.
The city has sought powers we weren't sure we could handle before. There's something human about that. The House of Exile never forgave sealing away the engine. The Archon convinced their people it was necessary for their survival.
It sounds like it wasn't just one thing that broke down between the Ionians and the House.
But this seems to be the first. The Archon used it as a wedge to drive their people apart until words failed. Sometime after, the Exiles sealed the way to the horizon and took up arms.
Русская карта! Где Плутон? You know, it's hard to grok that those voices are planets. Or attached to planets. Orin, it's a two-way line to the Nine, right?
It is, if it's Daisy's. What do you want to ask?
I want to know why they abducted me.
That is a very good question. You'll sense your connection to them as a guitar string. Feel for it, then pluck. A loud A. Whoever is closest will answer.
They're ultraviolet. I can do this. It's just saying hello. Here we go.
Emissary, you are just as rare as me. Once in a half-life. And look, you found the quitter.
Whichever of the 9 you are, I want to know what you want with me. Why did you take me from everything?
A rude question. One worth entertaining. We need you. And your gifts. You were called to serve.
protection right now.
Look who's jealous. Feeling fleshy? Do you miss being taller than your tower?
It wasn't worth bear traps.
Oh dear, it only speaks nonsense. Primitive synapses, so easily breakable. Can you even remember which one I am?
Scans show this ship is semi-functional. It will need some work, but we could get it home.
It's gorgeous. Always dreamed of flying something like this. Guardian, I had a vision. I don't know what to call it.
No luck on this time, Scar Lodi. Just one way. Are you at the ship?
I used to cruise something like this. My vision gave out. Thought they were gonna sack me, but boss realized I had brains, so they sent me to school instead. Service is probably different for you, Guardian. You're a lot older than we were. possible with evidence. If not, damn it. Back in the DEO, we had guidelines in the event of extraterrestrial abduction. We each carried a coin with the steps just in case. They called it Odysseus Protocol. Guess I was the first to use it. Didn't work great.
A time scar. Lodi, like this?
Yes, that's it. I'm in the ship you found, just seeing what's in here. I haven't been on Earth in a while. What's it like these days?
The last city is doing well. Almost back to normal now.
The last city? Thanks for checking on that time scar, Guardian. Still goes one way. Someone left a book on the ship. Do people not know how to use bookmarks anymore? Damn, no publishing date. Meet me back at the ship. Onwards and upwards.
Things you can learn from one ship alone. Little details, the labels and the readouts, placement of the screens. But I'm a details guy. The bigger picture's usually someone else's. Wonder what the higher-ups would make of this. That ship shouldn't take much more to get running. Maybe Mr. Drifter is for sure. These aren't like the birds we have back home. I can handle one of those, no problem. This is a little more complicated. Anyway. There might be more to do here, but knowing there's someplace to go when it's done helps, right?
That thing that dragged me here, that 9. I don't think it can send me back. The way I see it, I've got 2 options. I can stay here feeling sorry for myself, waiting for the 9 to wear me like a rented tux, or I can come back to Earth with you and figure out what I'm supposed to do with what I've got left. Of course, the place I'm going isn't the Earth I remember. Guardian, do you want to learn the salsa? Play football? Write cursive? Do you want to speak Welsh? I'll name a dozen dead things, and you tell me which one you want to learn. Then you teach me how to fly my spaceship.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to start the mission Truthism. Now, this is extremely confusing because once you get over to this area in order to start the mission will actually be completely locked behind a bunch of doors. So I want to very quickly explain how it is you can access this room over here. So if you guys don't know how to get to the mission, I'll take you guys over there. Once we get there, I will show you the exact way to get through this puzzle. So once you get to this area here, this is where you can start the mission on the other side of this wall, but you'll notice that a bunch of lasers are blocking the way. Now there's also going to be a ton of enemies, and just like the other puzzles in the game, you have to teleport this electricity throughout the map in order to unlock the door. The only problem is that when you first get here, you're in the wrong order, so the electricity will not go the right way. So you're trying to get into this room here through these different wires, but what you need to do is make sure that this satellite here is facing this direction, so that it gets sent through this wall to the other side. Now if you check the other side, you'll notice that there's another satellite over here, and you can rotate this one as well. So you have to rotate this one to be facing this wall, and then when you come over here, there's going to be another satellite which needs to be rotated as well. So if you haven't hit this one a few times, you will need to make sure that it's facing basically backwards. Now once you do this, you can come back, send the electricity through, and it will open the secret portal to actually get you to the other side. But you need to make sure that the orientation is right on the satellites. Once you do this, you can go through to the other side and start up the mission. I will make a separate walkthrough on how to complete the entire mission because there are a few puzzles in there as well. Hopefully this helps, and I will catch you in the next one. With lasers. Now there's also going to be a ton where you can start the mission on the other side of this wall, but you'll notice that a bunch of lasers are blocking the way. Now there's also going to be a ton of enemies, and just like the other puzzles in the game, you have to teleport this electricity throughout the map in order to unlock the door. The only problem is that when you first get here, it will be in the wrong order, so the electricity will not go the right way. So you're trying to get into this room here through these different wires, but what you need to do is make sure that this satellite here is facing this direction so that it gets sent through this wall to the other side. Now if you check the other side, you'll notice that there's another satellite over here, and you can rotate this one as well. So you have to rotate this one to be facing this wall, and then when you come over here, there's going to be another satellite which needs to be rotated as well. So if you haven't hit this one a few times, you will need to make sure that it's facing basically backwards. Now once you do this, you come back, send the electricity through, and it will open the secret portal to actually get you to the other side. But you do need to make sure that the orientation is right on the satellites. Once you do this, you can go through to the other side and start up the mission. I will make a separate walkthrough on how to complete the entire mission because there are a few puzzles within there as well. Hopefully this helps, and I will catch you in the next one.
This stunning, juicy 19.2 ounce can of GeForce IPA. Do I hear 4%? 4%? Do I hear 5? 5? Can I get to 7? 7 there. Can I get to 8? 8 right here. Can I get to 9? A 10? 10% going once, 10% going twice. 11! 11% going once, 11% going twice. Sold! To the gentleman in the helmet with the gold tooth. No, Voodoo Ranger GeForce IPA with 11% ABV.
Moving? Spectrum makes it simple. Get the fastest, most reliable fiber-powered internet for just $40 a month. No contracts, no commitment, just internet you can count on. Click and make the move today at spectrum.com.
Hey guys, it's Zach from the Concon channel, and in this video I'm getting Destiny 2, the left hand side of the map, and it is pretty hard to get as it is restricted behind a puzzle which I'm going to show you how to do. So the first thing that you want to do is fast travel to the Stacks Patrol. Once you're here, you can then just follow me. Once you get to this point, you then want to go ahead and collect the Matter Weave, as this is going to help you traverse through this next section. Now once you get to this section, there's going to be a whole bunch of enemies. Now taking them out, they'll probably just respawn, but I recommend taking them out just to give you a bit of grace, because it does get a bit annoying. But once you're here, you'll then see that there's going to be the teleporter pad, and over here is going to be a satellite you can shoot. Now you need to shoot the satellite so that it faces this way to hit that one, and then what you're going to do is come across over here, and you're just going to lean over to the side, and you essentially need this one to face back up. Once you've done that, you can then collect the relocator cannon, and now you can go ahead and shoot that satellite. Once you do so, everything should connect and the teleporter should become active. And once you pass through, you should be able to reach the mission that you're seeking to do, which is the Purifile mission. It's been Zach from the Concon channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching.
Let me explain. The Nine understand the Vex as constants, brass rods on which the fabric of time is stretched and hung.
Vex seem pretty active as far as I've seen them. They keep busy building their spires and shooting people who wander by.
You're talking about motion. I'm talking about knowing where to look for Vex under the rug. No surprises.
So, when you say constant, you mean reliable. The Vex are always this way no matter what. Deleting source of function trace. It wants us to stop whatever's tracing it. Makes sense.
Yes, but the cheese you have found is a new culture. Do you think it could rejoin the collective?
Ya se cuajó esta panela. It must find its own way. These Vex must have locked onto your location to ambush you. What's this message? Oh! Sharp Cheddar is in my feed. It says, codependent variable, faction risks subsiding, plant decoy on destroyed codependent. I get it. Drop the radiolaria sample you took earlier here. Fake Cheddar's death. Could work. Pardon me. Sharp Cheddar.
It's yours to look after now. Will you refrigerate it?
I was sort of thinking the Ionians might look after it. They like learning, and Sharp Cheddar is new.
They'll teach it. New Year sunrises. All the beginnings anyone could have. Maybe a thesis.
I talked to Dean Rebecca about Sharp Cheddar. It'd be remiss of me not to point out the potential risk. But the Ionians are interested regardless. Dean Rebecca says she has safety protocols in place.
Cheese needs to age before it's anything. It's good. Thank you.
This doesn't seem like just a tactical advantage you want to preserve. Orin, this is important to you, isn't it?
A lake's flat surface reflects an image. I see myself. We both emerged. Do you see?
I think I do.
You're a tad late for this skirmish. Or early. Either way, you must have seen the Vex going about their deterministic routines by now. They're dug in and trying to assimilate everything around them. They mean to turn a sphere to a circle here, so to speak. We have an advantage, in that the Vex who are exposed to dark matter find themselves caught in a thick yellow confusion. The presence of the Nine here resists Vex probing with dense air, but it's thinning. We need to address this. I haven't been able to get close enough for a detailed assessment, but you can.
Fire team, I'll be overseeing this operation. I want to stay focused and on task.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. The thing has changed. No matter who I was, I'm still Ikora Rey. Orin, status.
The Vex are watching this place. Rifles strung up in the cliffs. We need to break pottery. Tear it down.
Orin's right. Perimeter scans show Vex signatures, and they've converted the old HCO networks into a sort of security lattice.
She's also right about tearing it down. Keep your focus on the present and find a way through. Without active surveillance, you'll be able to move through the surrounding canyons without tripping Vex security every 10 paces. Taking the Vex's security lattice offline revealed something, Guardian. There's a massive dampening field that extends to the area we know 3 is behind. It's a barrier to entry, but from these readings, that isn't its purpose. Rather, it's stopping anything from getting out.
I'm seeing that too. It's the same type of quarantine protocol the Vex use to close off damaged portions of their network.
They must want to prevent the singularity expanding too, but we'll need to remove it to get to 3.
I remember something else now. A hooked request. There's a message I'm to remember here. It feels like a decompression, like plugged ears. What I mean is the 9 are holding something back from me. I think. I know. I remember. Or will. I want to help.
The dampening field signal is coming from this direction, but it looks like there's a branching point.
I see it. They're disseminating the dampening signal to hundreds of frames. This is a code fix. They've recognized their vulnerability to the 9's energy and are adjusting.
It's still only noise. Tear down the signal and they'll die in the quiet.
I think we can get through here now. The signal's getting stronger, and it looks like I was wrong before. The dampening broadcast isn't emitting from one thing, it's 3. Wait, there's something else. There's an old colonial research terminal still running from when the Ionians landed here. I didn't notice it until we were close, but it looks like the Vex are trying to access it.
Interesting. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Bring down the dampening broadcast. And in the chaos, we'll crush their incursion into the old colony systems.
Your plan is correct, Knuckles. I like it. I'm glad we're taking the direct route. Without you, Guardian, my steps would be mouse squeaks in the floorboard. I've always been more gauntlets and thunder.
We don't have time to be anything but gate crashers. It's the Guardian's forte anyway. If you're looking for quiet, Warren, come back to the city with us when this is over. Rebuild your life in your own hands.
The city sounds like bitter medicine. We'll see.
That is not a tower. The broadcasts are coming from those giant minotaurs. Stay low, Guardian. Another concentration of dark matter. Might help keep us out of harm's way. Shield projectors nearby, but it's protected by a security lens. One step at a time, Guardian. This should help us get to the security lens.
Check their shields. The interference is dying down.
Let the Pinelands splinter, Guardian! Charge! The Vex mine curdles and the dampening field weakens.
Orin, contact the 9. Punch through that Vex interference.
I see a flat vision of you, Guardian. A timely message. A globe spins below you, the planets above. An event into the encoded horizon. The message is a weapon. The weapon is the message. Fate forged. 9 hammer strikes ring, scattered sparks, cupped in hands. A weapon, buried in the coals of the forge. I see a molten purity, waiting to read the hammer strikes and direct the shock. No volition in given rolls. Smoke. It's gone. Damn! Damn, I could almost see it! Oh.
You did great, Orin. Guardian. Seems like the 9 have their eyes on you, too.
Establishing uplink. Wait. These are detailed records of the collapse.
They catalogue the 9's presence as much as the collapse. The Vex study seeds planted in the past to understand how the 9 wove plots around the paracausal.
They know the 9 can manipulate us, and are learning how to work the same way. This data is a playbook for emulating the 9. Ghost, download everything, then purge the console. Orin, did they know we would stop the Vex here?
Of course. They know to meet every triumph with gunpowder thank you cards, and that we'd need to move the Vex aside to reach the singularity. 3. Agency is a quantum indeterminate. Known hope. I remember they spoke like that.
I'm glad your head's clearing up. Quantum indeterminate. But soon you'll be able to make more sense of this than I can.
Only the quarantine is between us and our answers. I can hear victory screaming like fire.
Lodi. The Guardian found an archive of analytical data the Ionians had recorded during the collapse. I think you deserve to see it.
Really? Miss Ray, that's incredible. Anything, and I mean anything that fills in the gaps between then and now would be mighty appreciated.
I think we're dealing with the inner orbits. Dangling an answer from a string is as clear as they get. Sun through Mars. The 9 are tethered by sentience and soul celestial bodies. They have a lot of time to bicker. The inner want to talk, the outer less so. It's an impasse.
So we're just swept up in the tides of a grand cosmic plan?
No. Placed with intention. I to mentor the new emissary. Drifter's been used for years. The Guardian, something yet to be. And you, High Cora, arranged to hear the message you were promised.
I don't plan on being a sacrificial lamb for the 9. Our destiny isn't up to some unknowable architect. It's ours.
are picking up a lot of moving radiolaria beneath the surface. Are they trying to assimilate Kepler?
We can't allow a Vex conversion to happen. Our own investigation aside, the Ionians called this place home.
We won't save them from the Singularity just to lose them to the Vex. Crush the eye of the needle and the thread will choke.
I want to help, but I need to know who you are first.
Child of 3, who swam in their lakes, sweat on their plains, you have always When we woke, we were tied to the planets within the Sapiens system. We are bound to our gravity wells. The inner 9 understand this arrangement, but the outer 9 see the subtext. Matter is prison, and so we are divided.